we're going to be talking about Ellen. Ellen is one of those people that just gets one name. Thoughts on that?
Incorrect. Ellen DeGeneres?
No, but people call her Ellen. It's just like, oh, I know who you're talking about. Ellen. You don't have to say by the way, her name is Ellen the Degenerate. Pretty good, right?
I don't know. This statement is not that great, so.
Bono. Edge.
I don't think that's equivalent.
Ellen.
It's Ellen DeGeneres.
I guess it's, but like, who else gets that recognition by just their first name? Name one person, you say their first name, and they get that immediate recognition. One first name.
Howard.
No, Howard does not have that, Zach. I'm sorry.
I think so.
Ellen.
Yeah, people would say Stern.
Yeah,
not
people say
Howard.
Stern.
Every like Stern fan I meet, like when you mention
Stern
Howard.
fan, go on the street and be like, you know Howard? And they'll be like, who? They'll be like, what are you
No, they
talking
can be
about?
all like
if
Howard
you go
Stern?
on the street and say Ellen, people are like, yeah, Ellen. There's only one Ellen.
Yeah.
We all know who Ellen is. Go ahead.
All right, fair enough.
It's a phenomenon that I think is worth, raising.
It's okay.
Obama. See, that's.
How about, hey, I've got a good one.
Go ahead.
Gila.
Only here, though.
She's the
Yeah,
In
only
Israel, there's a lot.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like a super common name.
Yeah.
You say that here, though.
But here, you
only
don't
one
know
Hila.
it, so I'm the
Oh,
only
Ela?
one.
Be like, what? And then we have to get you more famous.
I'm the only one.
Because if you go on the street,
It's a very unique name here.
all right, I'll pound it on that. You are the only one. It's pretty cool. Does it feel cool to come here and feel more unique in the name wise?
Definitely, I don't hate my name here. In Israel, I feel like,
How would you compare it? Because in Israel, Ela's almost like the Deborah or something.
what would I compare?
Just
to?
because I only say Deborah because all of my
Not
friends.
Deborah.
I only say that.
Why you
because
gotta do Deborah?
Can I explain? Because all of my friends growing up, like all of their moms was named Deborah.
But why my mom?
I'm just saying it's a common name. There's no meaning there.
But what was your friend's common name, Why are you looking at the mom?
Amanda.
Okay.
I don't know. Lots of Amandas growing up.
Yeah.
Ashley.
It's like that.
Yeah. Are we done?
We're going to argue today about everything.
Ellen. So anyway, Ellen, she's been in the news, as you guys know. There's kind of two parallel, distinct situations going on with Ellen. One is that the workplace on the Ellen Show, what is her name? It's just the Ellen Show? What is it called? Ellen Show. Yeah.
I think it's the Ellen Show, yeah.
Ellen's Show. What is the official name?
I think it might even just be Ellen.
No, it's the
Ellen.
Ellen DeGeneres Show.
Oh, for real?
Wait, hold on.
That undermined
Now
your
I'm
whole
confused.
point, dude.
The Ellen DeGeneres, the Degenerate Show.
You know what I found out when researching this?
We can't get the simplest shit.
But like our whole fucking premise of shit. Yeah, it's hilarious. You love at least fun to find. No, but what I said is true. She's still Ellen. I thought her show was just called Ellen. I thought it was just Ellen.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's called the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I think they should rebrand though.
Oh, my God.
I'm surprised it's called the Ellen DeGeneres Show, aren't you?
No.
I thought it was
Why?
just, because people always just say, I'm going on Ellen.
They don't.
I swear they do. They say, they do. I'm going on Ellen.
Okay.
And
I don't know.
I've said Ellen so many times it's a losing meaning. Okay, so the Ellen, may I call it Ellen for the purpose of trying to explain the story?
No, say the whole name.
The Ellen DeGeneres Show is a lot to take in. What is the origin? What does DeGeneres mean? Where's that from? It's a weird name. It's a weird name, DeGeneres. What's the origin of that? Somebody find out, quick.
Zach's working on it. I can see him typing away.
Ellen,
He's crunching the numbers right now.
It's just a last name, isn't it?
DeGeneres? I never met another DeGeneres.
To be honest, I thought it was called The Ellen Show.
Thank you, Ian, who usually contradicts me on every single point, supports me on this one.
DeGeneres is French.
Okay. Yeah, I should have guessed.
Can
that.
you pronounce?
Sounds-
Can you pronounce it in French?
DeGeneres.
Did you read the phonetics, or was you just guessing?
No, that was just me doing a French
Yeah.
accent.
DeGeneres.
Did you
Okay.
know that her brother was a correspondent on The Daily Show for years?
Oh no, I didn't. Let me see a picture of her brother.
His name's Vance DeGeneres, and he was like one of the OG ones in like the early 2000s when Jon Stewart was first
I wonder if he's
took over
bitter
The Daily
that,
Show.
that his sister made it and he didn't.
Or
Oh,
kinda
I don't
made it.
even recognize him.
Never seen him.
You think when you're that rich, you just kick down money to your family?
They look. I mean, you definitely can see that they're siblings.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Look at that.
That's funny.
I actually do. I remember him. I mean, vaguely. It was a long time ago that he was on The Daily Show, but I remember he was one of the correspondents with, Stephen Colbert and Carell in that era.
Do they both just have like whatever skin tightening cosmetic surgery? Because both their faces look a little tight. His more so. Anyway, she's worth about $500 million. You think she just kicks down?
He's
That's
probably,
a good question, but any
Probably,
millionaire, trillionaire.
You probably have to. Oh, handsome guy. This is a much better photo. Don't you think?
Mm,
Than this one?
looks like
Like he
a
looks
little
kinda
bit like a
dweeb.
vampire in that one.
Yeah. Okay.
you're kind of right. Some vampire energy there.
Anyway, this is like, let's get to the
We're way off the
fucking
rails.
point.
This whole episode.
Ellen. So it's a toxic workplace environment. And then the other layer is that Ellen herself is a rude, mean person. So we're going to talk about these two issues separately, if that's okay with you, Hila.
Yeah.
I think the Teddy Fresh controversy really got to Hila.
Broke her mind a little bit.
First of all, Ellen's show is being accused of being a toxic workplace. What does that mean? One former black employee claimed that a main writer once told her, "I'm sorry, I only know the names of the white people who work here."
What?
Which is like so comically insane
Yeah.
and racist that it's hard to believe someone could even say that, frankly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I only know the names of the white people that work here. That's crazy, bro. But that's what this person told the reporter from BuzzFeed.
Wow.
They wrote, the current and former workers faced intimidation tactics and racism. In other cases, I literally said employees.
And you always said tax sticks.
Employees, Hila. In other cases, employees had to struggle to get necessary time off. Listen to this. One employee had to request time off after getting into a car accident and having 2 family deaths within a year. They claimed that each request was a battle with supervisors and HR. In another case, an employee took a month of medical leave to go to a mental health facility after a suicide attempt. When that employee returned to set, they learned their position was being eliminated. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of similar to, no, not funny, Ethan. Suicide attempt. I'm not joking about that. I was going to make a joke about, like, Ian breaking his foot and we tried to fire him, but he got HR involved. I'm HR, by the way. Is that a conflict of interest? Also, there's been lots of sexual assault allegations that I don't even want to read because I actually need the revenue desperately on our podcast. So I'm not going to read them, but they're really, really gross and heinous. Kind of typical Harvey Weinstein type of stuff from the executive producers.
What the hell?
Yeah. So that's kind of, I mean, that's actually the big part of that allegation of the toxic workplace. So if you're interested in those kinds of allegations, you
Apparently all kinds of just like really gross statements. Like some producer told a black employee, "Oh wow, you both have box braids. I hope we don't get you confused." Like, I guess about 2 black people.
I'm wondering if that could have been misunderstood.
I don't really see how.
Like if it was just
I
like,
think that was the same
yeah, it's the
producer
same
with
haircut.
the other. No, but
it's the same producer?
I think so. Because I saw that too. I'm
'Cause
pretty
I
sure it was the
could-
same one that made the other comment about not knowing the names of black employees.
Because
So.
I could see that maybe them just being like, "Oh, you guys have the same haircut. Oh, we don't get you confused." But like, I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, perhaps. But once you combine it with the other stuff, it's
Once you
start
tell
to see a
someone,
pattern.
yeah. Once you tell someone, I only remember white people's names. Then
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's real heinous.
that one I cannot.
And the sexual assault ones, from what I understood reading it, was corroborated by like
A bill, you know.
it was like 36 employees all said, yeah, that happened. So it's like not just a couple people. It's like
Yeah.
everybody that works on the show is like, yeah, that happened.
That's a good point, Dan. The person who wrote the article was like 36 different employees corroborated these stories. And then the next line is like, the producers deny it. It's like, dude, you can't, I mean, that's like everybody that ever worked on the show. 36? That's everybody.
Yeah.
So then that's part one. Part two is that Ellen is a dick. The Daily Beast. Isn't that Ben Shapiro's? Or is that?
No, that's a Daily Caller. There's a lot of daily somethings out there.
Yeah, it's
I got 'em
confusing me.
confused too. Yeah.
The Daily Beast published a story detailing accounts from many former employees and encounters with her, such as Ellen refusing to make eye contact with interns. Ellen almost getting a waitress fired for having a chipped nail.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Apparently, the waitress had a chipped nail, and Ellen tried to get her fired.
I just looked it up. It was actually Daily Wire. So it's another daily for Ben
We need-
Shapiro.
I'm going to make a newspaper called The Daily Daily.
Probably already exists.
The Daily Daily. Maybe just take out the and replace it with daily. Daily, daily, daily.
Daily schmutz.
So I don't quite understand why would you be offended by someone having a chipped nail, but I'm not Ellen.
Yeah, why would you?
It's like, oh.
I can't imagine what.
Well, I would hate to have to see that if someone was serving me food. It's like, you don't want to see that. I don't know. I'm just trying to use my imagination.
I think I did actually see some comments to that effect, though.
If you're at a
replying to
nice
that.
restaurant. Okay, imagine this. I'm just trying to understand. Imagine you're
think
at
I
a,
wouldn't notice. Would you even look at the nail?
Imagine you're at a 3-star Michelin restaurant, world renowned, $1,000 per head. You're waiting. Here's this beautiful plate of food, and then what do you see? A chip nail as they're serving. I would talk. Maybe
Yeah,
she's
I mean,
like,
that's what I had in mind.
and then she probably went to the manager and was like, "It's like a Larry David moment. Just want to say the food was good. Chip nail."
I don't think it's
Look,
worth bringing up.
of course. I mean, it's crazy. It's insane. I'm just trying to imagine even the situation, how it occurs. Yeah, of course. It's the craziest thing I ever heard. She fired a former head writer, Karen Kilgraff,
Karen.
for refusing to cross the picket line during the 2008 writer strike. Well, that's douchey. That's really douchey.
Refusing to what?
So there was a writer strike in Hollywood, and one of her head writers refused to go into work because she was in solidarity with her union, and so Ellen fired her. She furloughed a large chunk of her crew.
That sounds kind of illegal. Like, are you allowed to protest?
I don't know. I mean, they have I'm not really sure, but
Like,
it does.
can you really
The labor
fire
laws in
someone?
Hollywood and when it comes to the unions is incredibly complicated. They may have found some loophole, some other way of letting them go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of politics when it comes to that kind of stuff.
During COVID, she furloughed a large chunk of her crew during the crisis and instead hired non-union outfit to run the tech for her at-home broadcast. That's so dirty, bro. Why'd you do them so dirty like that? I mean, she's worth $500 million. Like, I mean, how much does it cost to keep those people on payroll for even a year?
Not even 1
Also,
billion.
these networks. Why are these networks so fucking cheap ass that they can't float these people for a minute?
Um.
And then those who did stay on were told their pay would be cut by 60% and have reduced hours. Well, the reduced hours I understand because there's not that much work, but why cut their pay 60%? By the way, and then Ellen's net worth is estimated between $300 and $500 million.
Yeah, that's just lame. You would think that also just, I don't know, it sounds like she comes from not an easy way, making it, when she came out as gay, she had a hard time.
Yeah.
And she kind of had to like start over. So it sounds like someone that would have a little more empathy for people, but apparently not.
I mean, as business owners, that was something that we definitely would never consider. Oh, actually, some actors even went on the record and were like, yeah, Ellen's a bitch. It's crazy because you don't really see that, but this dude from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Really?
The tall dude who played Raymond's brother.
Yeah.
He just straight up slammed her. He goes, sorry, but it comes from the top.
Huh.
No, and then he tags the show. No more than one who were treated horribly by her. It's common knowledge. DeGeneres sends emotional apology to staff.
You notice how he called her?
Wait, that was a quote. He said common knowledge. His tweet ended there. And then he did some kind of weird, like, old people Facebook where that's the title of the article. Well, I don't know how that got in his tweet. Kabish?
All right.
And then Leah Thompson, who's also a famous actress, went ahead and slam dunked her. This is an article about the tweet we just read. Brad Garrett claims mistreatment by Ellen is common knowledge. And then Lee Thompson comes underneath and says, true story.
Wow.
It is.
They're
kind of B-list celebrities, though, to be honest.
And that's probably why they don't care to speak up.
Right. And it's right. I mean, it's worth pointing out.
The accusation is that, well, I guess we'll get there. Maybe jumping the gun, but like A-listers all say she's nice.
Of course.
But right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's right.
Yeah, they're like, people like Tom Hanks say she's great. Like, yeah, of course. You know she's fucking giving Tom Hanks a hand job when he rolls around.
I guess that's always the problem when you're like, well, this person is nice to me, so they must be nice.
I didn't know that they raped 100. I didn't know that Bill Cosby was always nice. Yeah. It's like, well, yeah. That in itself isn't evidence. Anyway, I'm not accusing her of anything except being an asshole, which, by the way, isn't a crime. Let's keep this in Well, her producers seem to have been doing much worse things than being assholes.
The racist comments, though, that's pretty toxic.
Well, the
environment
sexual,
too.
Yeah, I'm assuming that she kind of just shows up and leaves. You know what I mean? But obviously, it's her responsibility to make sure that people are having a safe work environment.